One of the best feelings is finding a credit card that complements your current credit card setup perfectly, that has an annual fee that can be effortlessly reduced from the value that you get on that card every single year. As I was analyzing the American Express lineup of personal credit cards, there was one specific card from the Delta family inside that lineup that jumped out at me that met both of those conditions. The Delta SkyMiles Platinum card has an annual fee that is effortlessly erased from the benefits that it provides, and it's a complement to pretty much anybody's setup as long as you fly even just a couple of times a year. I'm going to explain why exactly this card is so valuable and how, for a lot of people out there, it will provide a great addition to your current credit card setup. Now, I'm going to review the Delta SkyMiles Platinum credit card for you today. But first things first, I want to be clear that this card is not for everybody. Being an airline card, it's already pretty specific, but still, my biggest takeaway from going through this card at an in-depth level was just how many people this card should be on the radar for to add on to their setup and provide just more value that they hadn't had in there before. I'm going to break this card down for you in 5 different ways. The first, we'll be looking at the benefits. 1, how the card earns, and 2, the list of benefits that come with this card that are on it year after year. Part 2 is going to be looking at specifically what I call the Delta Platinum 4 key benefits. It's actually just 4 benefits that if you stripped every single other aspect out of this card and just said that doesn't exist on the Delta SkyMiles Platinum, would alone make you more value than the annual fee of $350 is going to take away each year. Then 3, I want to explain how this card impacts working towards Delta status, and 4, who this card specifically is best for, and 5, who this card is really not made for. Now let's start from a really high level, just looking at what the card earns. This card earns 3x miles back on Delta purchases, 3x miles back on hotel purchases, 2x miles at restaurants and US supermarkets, and 1x back on everything else. Now, like a lot of other airline credit cards out there, the earnings categories are pretty weak, and the best opportunity to get a lot of points all at one time is of course going to be through the welcome offer that the card has. Currently, the Delta card through mid-July has an elevated limited time welcome offer of 85,000 miles, worth about $850 at a bare minimum in travel when redeemed on Delta. Now, a great way to support the channel for free if you're interested in applying for this card is using the first link down below in the description, where we have access to that 85,000 mile offer link. However, if you're getting this card later on down the road, you can find an offer for 50 to 60,000 miles, which is typically where this card sits at. You're still at a really good place in earning value from that welcome bonus to set you up for a good start on this card. Now, the benefits though are where I want to focus on. The first benefit that we have to talk about is the companion certificate available at this level of card. You get a companion certificate, which is available to you after 1 year of holding the card. This is good for a main cabin seat on a domestic, a Caribbean, or a Central America round-trip flight. And you'll get this every single year, again, after that first year holding the card. You'll also get the benefit of a first checked bag free, which is good for up to 8 people on your reservation, 15% discount on award travel purchased through Delta, a TSA pre-check or global entry credit, a $150 Delta Stays credit, Hertz 5-star status, and 2 $120 credits broken into $10 a month increments, one being through Resi and the other being a rideshare credit. Now, what exactly makes this card just so good? This is the section where I want to talk about the 4 key Delta benefits. Again, you could strip everything away from this card except for these 4 benefits, and I think you'll make more money from this card than you're actually spending every year on an annual fee. Before I explain just how these 4 benefits can be so powerful on this card, I want to introduce today's video sponsor, which is Kudos, a powerful browser extension that will help you optimize your credit card setup and double your credit card rewards when shopping online. With all the different credit cards that I've had to juggle, Kudos has been a game changer for me, not only in optimizing my setup, but also making sure I'm earning the most possible rewards whenever I do my normal spending online. Anytime I'm checking out online, Kudos will pop out and recommend not only the best credit card to maximize the earnings category that I'm shopping in, but also with one click of a button, I approve it to autofill all of my information, and then I'm ready to proceed to checkout and get that order placed. The other factor that Kudos brings to the table is it allows you to double the rewards you get on your purchases through Kudos Boost. At over thousands of merchants, Kudos Boost takes the rewards you've earned and they'll double it in their own currency. And you can redeem for things like Amazon gift cards once you've accumulated enough points. Now, Kudos, in a partnership with this channel, has a special offers for viewers today. If you sign up with the Kudos link down below and use code GUARANTEE, you'll qualify for an instant Kudos boost enough to get a $20 Amazon gift card with your first eligible purchase. So stop leaving money on the table and let Kudos optimize your credit card lineup for online shopping, just like I have, and let it simplify your life and make things so much easier. So let's explain the Delta Platinum 4 key benefits, beginning with the companion certificate. The biggest thing that most people mess up with this card is they see the companion certificate and they think that as soon as I get approved for the card, I will have that in my back pocket, ready to spend, ready to go to use to get the value right away. Unfortunately, the drawback here is the companion certificate only appears in your profile after you've completed 1 year on the card and renewed that annual fee. Now, the way I look at this is if you qualify for the 85,000 mile sign-up bonus or whatever sign-up bonus you get with the card upon your welcome offer and getting accepted, that's kind of your spending bank for the first year on the card. And that will hold you for Delta flights for at least that first year, or it should for most people. Then once you've gotten through that first year using the points that you've earned on the sign-up bonus, the card pretty much runs itself. The average cost in 2024 of a round-trip flight through major airports domestically was $367.79. If you take this card and you're in year 2 or year 3 and you fly with a companion just once a year, you're earning about $376.79 on average in value from that companion certificate through Delta. But it doesn't stop there. When most people fly, I think they tend to check a bag, and this is where the first checked bag free benefit is going to continue to add more value to the trips that you take. This can be used as many times as you make Delta reservations, and the cool part, and it's almost unbelievable to me, is that this qualifies for up to 8 people in your reservation. It's $35 to check a bag domestically on Delta. Every time you book a round trip, the SkyMiles Platinum saves you $70. Every person you add onto your reservation, it saves you or them $70. Key benefit 3 that makes such a bigger difference than most people give this credit for is the 15% off of award booking on Delta. A personal example would be flying from my Kansas City airport to Miami on a round trip from August 1 to August 3. Cash price of that flight would be $430. Now, obviously, I want to book on points and travel for free on this, and a regular miles price for this would be 37,000 miles that Delta's quoting me at for this same ticket. However, if I have the Platinum card in my lineup and I'm just holding this passively, getting benefit from it year in and year out, that 15% off award booking kicks in, and that price is now down to 31,300 miles, allowing me to use the miles that I've earned much more efficiently. For those of you who like cent per point values, that original ticket at 37,000 miles has a 1.13 cent per point or cent per mile value. However, when you book with the SkyMiles Platinum, including that 15% discount you get on award bookings, that price really drops to 1.34 cents per point or cents per mile value, which is a lot better in the grand scheme of things. Finally, the last benefit that is just icing on the cake is this is almost like a hotel card as well, because it gets you a $150 Delta Stays credit. I look at $150 and I'm essentially looking at 1 free room night on most major hotel chains of a pretty decent quality in many cities in the United States. One thing I want to note though is I've done a lot of research comparing Delta stay prices to what I can find out there on comparable sites like Expedia. Some of the times it's the exact same price. However, I have noticed that the Delta stays pricing can sometimes be up to $20 higher per night. I think a $150 credit and essentially getting that 1 free room night outweighs any price inflation with Delta stays of course, if you have the Platinum card in your pocket to fund that stay credit. At a bare minimum, when you add all this together, that's almost $600 of value that this card holds on a $350 annual fee, and that's reoccurring value that you get year in and year out with the SkyMiles Platinum. Now, let's talk Delta status. Everybody loves earning status with their airline, and I want to talk to you about how the SkyMiles Platinum card may or may not help you achieve Delta status. The last benefit that I haven't mentioned yet is that with the SkyMiles Platinum, you'll earn a $2,500 boost towards your next level of Delta status. To reach the different levels of status on Delta, you need to spend the following on medallion qualification dollars. You have silver and gold at 5 and 10K levels, platinum bumping up to 15K, and then diamond status on Delta at 28,000 medallion qualification dollars. Once you have your SkyMiles Platinum, you can earn MQDs in just two ways. First is $1 spent with Delta, either through Delta hotels or on Delta Airlines, equals $1 towards MQDs. Or with the Delta Platinum card, you'll get a boost in your normal spending where every $20 you spend on that card, you'll earn 1 MQD towards your next level of Delta status. If you're starting at 0 and you get a $2,500 boost on MQDs towards earning that first level of silver status with Delta, you'll need to spend either another $2,500 specifically on Delta purchases, or if you're spending normally on the card, another $50,000 on your Delta SkyMiles Platinum to earn those bonus points to get that first level of status at the $5,000 level to reach silver on Delta. Now, this is a ton of spend for most people on Delta, and if you're looking to level up your status, this card will give you a boost, but it's not going to instantly transform your experience on the Delta side of things just from having a credit card. So now you know the lowdown on this card, and you probably have a great idea at the end of the day if this card could be a great fit for your lifestyle. I see this card being just right in 4 different categories. 1, the semi-frequent Delta flyer. You fly a few different airlines and you prefer Delta, but you don't only have to fly Delta when you're traveling. 2, and this is a big one, you could see yourself traveling with a companion once a year. This is such a big value add on this card that you get that companion certificate year after year after year, that if you don't use it, you're missing out on a huge chance to take big leaps in value from holding this card. 3, you're looking to build out a more advanced credit card setup. I don't recommend this for beginners, but it is a high level addition to a good starting setup that you have already. Or 4, if you have other American Express credit cards that you can use to funnel some of those AmEx points into your Delta SkyMiles account and really make things happen through Delta spend. Who it isn't for. First of all, you really have to take a hard look at this card if you don't plan on flying with a companion. Second, this card unfortunately does not have lounge access. Now, you can watch my video for the 7 best cards that do, but if you want lounge access through Delta or any other means, this card is not going to get you there. And finally, people who are looking for a good everyday spending card. I recommend spending on this card, but only in very specific categories, and for most people, you're gonna need other cards in your lineup to get better regular earnings categories than what the Delta SkyMiles Platinum can provide. Okay, that's the Delta SkyMiles Platinum. I really encourage you to subscribe to the channels for more credit card reviews and helpful hints. Until then, we'll see you in the next one.